all go and join the Twitter contest because I really want to get rid of these shirts. I have so many. So yeah, if you go to my Twitter, Brina Palencia, like I said, there's like all the rules for it or whatever. But yeah, so thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. Okay, so back to Q&As. Boom.
This is more of a requested question. This is my friend's birthday today, and she wants you to sing her a happy birthday and see how it works.
It would be my pleasure. What's your name? Sharina. That's a beautiful name. All right, Sharina. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharina. Happy birthday to you. Any other questions? Yes.
You've probably been asked this a couple of times, but what do you think are your favorite lines that you said from CL? And can you recite them for us, maybe?
I think my all-time favorite line from CL, spoiler alert, it's whenever he's confronted with his parents and they're trying to get him to like, just let go of your anger and your hatred and join us.
Oh God.
And he says, I will never let go of my hatred.
Oh my God.
Yes.
This is related to the rebuild movies for Evangelion. Do you have like any idea about like the release date for the Blu-ray for 3.0?
I don't know anything about the release dates for the new Evangelion movie. I know that it will be released. I don't know when.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, it was three quick questions. But, one is, in Black Butler, did you also play CL's mother?
Yes, I also played my own mother.
Two, what was, how was your experience on, Reserve?
My experience on Rosario plus Vampire, my favorite thing was the songs, because I was also the music director on that show, so it was really fun getting to adapt the songs and direct everybody and stuff. Like, that was a lot of fun. There was a lot of music in that one. I played Kurumu in Rosario Vampire. That's me! Oh, yeah! I love that you had to ask that.
That's a question.
Yes.
Three things. One, after the show, after the Q&A, can you sign a poster for me?
Yeah, I have a signing tomorrow. I think I have 2 signings tomorrow. I don't want to sign, because I know David has a panel right after mine, like immediately after, so we need to like clear out. So if you guys want to meet me in the hallway, I can sign a couple things, but like I have to like go and like eat food, starve and die. I get really hangry as well, so you don't want to see me when I'm hangry. So I don't mind sending a couple things, but if I start like and just run out, just know it's not because I hate any of you. It's just because I might murder you if I don't.
Oh my God, no, you know.
The second thing is for In Spice and Wolf. What's your favorite line for Holo?
My favorite line for Holo, I wish that I could remember it, but there's a line that she says in the first season where she's talking about something about religion, and I remember just her take on religion I thought was really cool and really interesting, but I can't remember how the line goes. But my second favorite line is definitely, "Stupid potato!" Did you have a third one?
Yes. It's more of a request. Can you say "you're an ass" in Holo's voice?
You're an ass. Other questions? Yes.
What was your favorite part of voicing Miharu?
My favorite part of voicing Miharu and Nabari no O. I thought that his relationship with Yoite is like one of the sweetest relationships I've ever portrayed. I love that. I think I only did reactions in it, but I love that one where it's such an awkward scene where he's like in the alleyway and he's just like, ugh. And then like Miharu like goes to like stand with him and they like awkwardly are like pretending like they're upset about the fact that they're standing next to each other, but they totally love each other. It's just really cute and awkward and weird. It's a very memorable scene to me. But yeah, I love that relationship. Yes.
I like that you love that they keep bringing you back to Supercon or Florida. Is this your second time here or you've been
This is my third time here.
Please come back.
Well, actually, next year I can't because I'm going to Greece.
Oh,
I'm getting married in Greece, and so it'll happen on the same weekend as Supercon, unfortunately. But hopefully, I will be back the year after that. I have family in Miami. That's why I like coming here.
Aww.
And how you feel your time working on Guy Zero. Absolutely, that means so much to me. And
Yeah, no one ever asks me about that.
That's my favorite.
Gare Zero was really funny because it happened right after Black Butler, and I remember auditioning for it, and it's basically, the voice that I use is in the same register as Ciel, and I remember auditioning for it, and like, I couldn't do it without a British accent. Like, I would just be, like, I would just start auditioning, and then like, I kept sounding British, and Zach Bolton, who directed that, he was just like, stop, you're British, it's not a British character. Not a British character. And so, and even recording after that, because it was right on the tail of, I think, second season of Black Butler, so I was like way in British mode, and it was really hard to not do a British accent. You're welcome. Yes. Go birthday girl.
Do you ever like sit and watch your own anime?
Do I ever sit and watch my own anime? Sometimes. I used to a lot more in the beginning because for me it was kind of like a learning process just to see like what the end product, sounded like and things that I could do to improve. Nowadays I don't have as much time to, but there are occasionally, especially now that it's on Netflix and it's just like a real easy, like if I'm flipping through Netflix and trying to, waste some time, be like, oh, check it out, Black Butler, I'll watch a couple episodes, And then
First of all, how did you like Hideyoshi and Baka Test?
Hideyoshi and Baka Test is really fun, and honestly one of my most challenging moments in voice acting whenever because I voiced him and his sister, whenever he and his sister switched places in class or whatever, and trying to keep track of all 4 voices, because it's like Hideyoshi and Yuko, and then Hideyoshi as Yuko, and then Yuko as Hideyoshi. Her name's Yuko, right? I'm not making that up. Yes.
Think?
So like keeping track of all 4 of those voices, and then like when we previewed it in the Japanese and they're having a scene with each other, I would like be reading the lines for Hideyoshi in my head, but I'd be looking at the wrong character the whole time because they're twins and they look the same. So yeah, that was really fun and super challenging.
Also about Julia, that's where they were on the production. As she's going from like very minded to being very happy and software.
I've said this before. Julia is a character that I do like voicing her, but it's hard for me because I don't like it whenever it's a character that's like just their whole purpose is to serve a man, because I'm kind of a feminist, so I'm just kind of like, ugh. Like it kind of rubs me the wrong way sometimes. But I feel like the more and more it gets into the story, the more and more kind of like independent-minded she's starting to get, kind of. So I'm hoping that it keeps pushing that way. Because I like seeing women being empowered and not being slaves to men.
Alright, how do you go from playing a hate-driven character like Ciel and comparing it to love-driven characters like Julia and Yuno Gasai?
Well, yeah, going from hate-driven characters, see with Ciel, well, actually with all of my characters in general, just as an actor, the line between hate and love is so fine that to me, I don't feel like Ciel is driven by hate. I feel like he is driven by love and just the pain of losing his parents. And I think that, to me, I still try to come from a place of love. No matter how evil or messed up a character is, I feel like the core of everyone is, even when they're doing messed up things and hateful things, I think it comes from, in some way, a place of love. Either love for his parents, so now he has to get revenge because of that, you know what I mean? Or, with she kills all those people because of her love for, what's his face?
Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki. Whatever that guy's name is, yeah. But yeah, like, as an actor, I feel like it's a stronger place to come from if you come from love.
And I have a second question, it's more of a request. What are your favorite lines as Juvia and Yuno, and could you say them in their voices?
Okay, as Juvia, I actually like her very first line, the drip, drip, drop. I am Juvia, the rain woman. I love that line. And then with Yuno, gosh, I think the most messed up line that she has is the time for peepees. You and me, yellow.
Have you ever had to say something as a character, and after you said it, you just like look back and like, damn, did I really just say that?
Yeah, like time for pee-pee. Perfect example, actually. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of stuff in Shin-Chan where I play Georgie that I was amazed with how many things I was able to get away with in that show that I got to say. Yeah.
When you were when you did the show Star-Crossed, did you ever think, because I thought it was funny, did you ever think it was like, oh look, I'm becoming another chased alien again?
Actually, yeah. For those of you who don't know, I was on a show called Star-Crossed on the CW. You should totally watch it online on cwtv.com or hulu.com. But I played an aquatic-based alien, much like in Sergeant Frog, where I played an alien frog. But someone pointed that out to me on Twitter, actually, and I hadn't thought about it until I had a fan point it out to me. But yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, look.
Yeah. You in the back.
Did you like enjoy like playing like Godside, like the craziness? Like,
I loved playing and how I just said before about like women serving the man. Is my one exception because they go into her backstory and you understand where she's coming from, because she comes from a place of so much abuse, and Yuki being the first person who ever showed her any sort of kindness, obviously she has a mental instability because of the type of abuse that she endured as a child, and for all of her life, that, it made sense to me why she attached to this guy so strongly. But yeah, I loved that character. That was another character, like it's so rare after you do this for a long time that you get really challenged as an actor. And it was really fun getting to have that challenge. It was awesome. Yes. Good job.
All right, I have 2 questions.
Do it.
How did it feel voicing Mad Moxie in Stu?
It was awesome. The funny thing about Mad Moxie is that I was really confused as to why I was cast as her, because I don't usually play the sultry characters. Especially older ones. Like, I think that Holo is kind of sultry in her own right, but she kind of has a younger voice still. So with Moxie, whenever I auditioned for her, I was like, that's never happening. And then when my agent called and they were like, yeah, they want you to come in and record for Mad Moxie, you got the role. And I was like, no, I didn't. And I thought for sure that when I got there that it would be like, oh yeah, we liked your audition for Mad Moxie, but we want you to use that voice for a totally different character. That's what I was expecting. So when I got there and they're like, yeah, Mad Moxie, I was just like, that's funny. And I thought for sure that they would recast me, but then they didn't, thank God, because I really love that character. And your second question?
Where can I insert the tip for Mad Moxie?
Oh my God. Oh, I think right behind you, actually. Oh my God. It's getting hot, yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
Hi, I'm a huge One Piece fan. How do you like playing Chopper?
I love playing Chopper. It's so fun whenever you get to spend so much time with the character, and since that's such a long-running show, yeah, monetarily it's badass, but it also is just really great having that much time with the character and really getting to know them. And what I think is really cool about One Piece, it's one of those shows that it could be a one-note kind of show, but I love that the writing in it is so good, like the characters kind of grow with the audience, and I like that does have those really deep moments, and it can get really dark and really emotional. Even though it's like I'm playing this ridiculous freaking reindeer doctor pirate, like, and yet still I've definitely had sessions doing that character where I actually would cry, like his origin story. I keep looking at you because you have the Chopper hat on, like I'm talking about Chopper. But yeah, so I really, really am so lucky that I got to be a part of the Straw Hat crew.
Nice.
Yes.
What's your favorite line from Sergeant Frog?
My favorite line is Tom Mama. Yeah.
Hey everybody, guess what? I think I have diabetes. Yes.
You've done a lot of, you have a large range of acting, right?
Yes, I do.
I want to ask you, what type of roles do you prefer? I mean, obviously you like the money, so you take anything, but like, what roles do you like? I love being this type of character, but conversely, which ones are you kind of like, not again?
I definitely am not, like I said before, I'm not super into like the, you know, female enslavement. I'm not really, harem shows I'm not super into. I liked doing Negima because I felt like that one had a little bit more like hilarity in it. But as far as characters that I love playing a diverse array of characters. I think if I played just one type of character over and over and over again, no matter how much I loved it, I would get bored with it, you know what I mean? So I really love being challenged all the time and getting to do new stuff and discovering new voices and stuff. Yes.
Oh, how did you get your start in voice acting? Like, were you particularly like interested in anime, or was it just?
How did I get my start in voice acting? I was an actor like all throughout high school and junior high and whatever, and I was a fan of anime, and I had taken a tour of Funimation because I was a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, and and I lived in Texas, so I got to take a tour of Funimation. And whenever I graduated high school, I ended up going to a community college that was like a mile or two from the studios where they used to be. And luckily at that time, they didn't have as high of security as they do now, and I was able to just walk in and ask how to audition, and I got on a waiting list, and like 2 months later, I was able to audition. And so I was just really lucky, kind of like right time, right place. So that's how I got into it. But like I said, I did acting and stuff before, and then I was getting my degree in music at the time, so I was always kind of in the arts. Yes.
Okay, what did you like the most about playing Kurumu, and well, what's your favorite line and
Favorite thing about playing Kurumu was definitely the singing. And man, so I had somebody who was asking me to do the song the other day, and I remember the upbeat one, but I can't remember how the ballad goes for some reason. Because I would totally sing the ballad, but I can't remember how it goes. Because that was my favorite one. It was like that dramatic one where she's having to sing off with the other, is it Mizurai, the other character? Yeah. But I can't remember how it goes. For some, it doesn't stick in my brain, but I can sing the upbeat one a lot easier for some reason, which is really funny because I was singing this the other day on another panel in Bakersfield, and I forgot how the last line went, and everyone just erupted in laughter, and I guess you're about to see why. Fun, 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 think of us together under parasols, lying on the beach without a care at all. And I'll be whispering sweet nothings in your ear. No, 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 no one else could ever love you more than me. I love you so much that it's embarrassing. Don't you see? Look me in the eye and tell me you don't want to give these melons of mine a squeeze.